What you doing there, Mike?
Well, I have a track day booked, so before I do any of the other bits and pieces and just at least allowing it to breathe slightly, I took the airbox off to see what's inside, and my air filter had completely fallen to pieces. So I just went out the back and got one of our filters for our BMW turbo kits, which fits beautifully. And yeah, I don't know, I doubt that'll make any difference at all whatsoever, but it's better than having a broken filter in there. So
there's a bit missing.
Yeah, I want to cut the bit out. Yeah, there's like a divider there, which I assume is to catch moisture and bits and pieces, but I don't really care about that. It'll be fine. So I just gutted that out and then left the rest of the airbox standard because it's all coming off and being sold at some point anyway, so not doing too much. And then I think I'll just make an exhaust for it. I was going to only put a decat in it, but actually I think the back boxes have got some all sorts of chambers and swirly stuff. And exhausts aren't really an issue for me, so I'm going to go and just make one, basically. See if we can make it sound not too horrendous. It is the worst sounding car, I think, I've ever.
No, it's not the worst sounding car. It's not a good
It's
one.
probably the worst sounding car I've ever owned.
You had an M50.
Ah. Second worst sounding car. The exhaust on that didn't sound too bad actually. But
No,
yeah,
it was alright, to be fair.
it wasn't the worst of N50 straight pipe mid-bums. Yeah, so yeah, I think I'll just do that.
I might build an exhaust.
Wow, I did build an exhaust. Wow, I've tacked together an exhaust. That is the heaviest exhaust system on such a small car. It's unbelievably heavy. I have no idea how much it weighs though. For an exhaust, it's far too much. So I did this. But I don't know whether it's going to be quite enough.
Might have to put it back on.
So let's go to Bedford Autodrome, so I might have to put that back on again. But then if I take the cats out, it'll probably be pretty loud anyway. Don't know, we'll see. There's the biggest silencers I could fit in anyway, so. I haven't obviously welded it together yet. I've just sort of got carried away and just put that together. Small bit off of there. A tiny little bit off of there. Just so we can fit the gigantic silencer under there. Sit. Oh, it's done now, finished. There's little Helmholtz in there. Hopefully stop some of the drone. And two of the largest silencers I could fit in the gap. There is a little bit of room for a tiny little silencer there where the cat was, if it's still too loud, but hopefully it's not too loud. I did start it up a minute ago before I welded all the hangers on, just with the tube welded, and it seemed okay. So I am hopeful. And it vibrated a bit because the tailpipe was on. Oh, I added this tiny little brace here because it normally has two pipes, obviously one to each side, and we've done away with one side because it was just for aesthetics really, so got rid of that. But all these exhaust hangers rely on that side to stop it from rotating and swinging around, so I just put that little bracket on there just to stop it. It doesn't completely hold it solid, but it's pretty good. Right, need to move some tube out of the way so we can fire it up and see what it sounds like. Proper Honda now.
Sounds alright though. Need a turbo.
Does need turbo. Turbo soon. Do you want me to tell the people what I'm doing? cutting these
I think
things out.
it's fairly obvious at the minute.
Fairly obvious. I'm just cutting them out so that I can put some brake vents, some airflow to the brakes.
I'll get rid of all this.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, you basically just cut halfway through the middle then.
Yeah, I can see that, but I need to get that bit out of the way so I can get to the rest of it.
Very easy to replicate that. Very easy.
What?
When you've cut through the middle of it, it'll be very easy to replicate.
Oh, what do you need? Do you need it intact?
Well, I don't know.
Well, you're the one that has to do it. What do you mean you don't know?
Well, you'd assume so, but might not. Just get what you can off and I'll piece it together.
Where's my little socket doodad?
New brakes.
Where's that come off? What's on there? New brakes. Well, new brake discs and pads, because my other brakes are still a long way away, as is my suspension. But the fact that these brake pads is hanging by its cord here.
Did you book that track day then?
I did.
Right, so yeah, that's happening then.
The track day is booked. We are going to
standard suspension and basic brake upgrade.
Standard suspension and a very basic brake upgrade, as in these brake discs, RPB, Racing Performance Brakes. I don't know.
I thought it was RP3.
RPB. I don't know. Are they Tegra? Well, we bought them from Tegra. They were Tegra's own brand, I think, or something, are they?
Don't know. No idea.
No idea. Anyway,
Wasn't interested.
not that interested. Yeah, no, not really.
And some of these EBC RPX pads, which apparently are quite good.
Had good reviews, so we're going to put them on.
And new tyres.
Oh yeah, and some new tyres. They're apparently, I've heard this numerous times over, and I've experienced these tyres in drifting as well. The Zestino tyres, very good. Apparently, best value for money track day tyre. You can buy. I said money quite a lot in that fucking sentence, didn't I? That you can buy. So I'm willing to try them out. Got those from my good friend Axel, who is
Rotary Volvo and
Rotary Volvo, yeah. Who has Zestino UK, the main importer of Zestinos in the UK.
Yeah, he says they're good.
He obviously says they're good. But yeah, we've had quite a few reports of them being
independent.
They are, in fact, independent reports. I've no idea what these brake pads are. They're just
Euro car
parts tat. So we'll get rid of those, and hopefully order the right pads, because there's two different calipers. I'm pretty sure these are the correct ones. We shall see shortly, or I shall sub.
There's one caliper, so
they don't look the same. I mean, but they are, just because these are shiny. Oh, look at those. For track use only, so not allowed to use these on the road apparently. Do they? Just check they do look the same.
Yeah, do that same.
Yeah. Right then, they don't have that little retaining dooge on, but shouldn't imagine that's too much of an issue. Slap those in. It's nice to have calipers that top load, not too much hassle if they just go in. Please tell me I opened that up wide enough. They're tight. Come on! Oh, I'm sure I pushed that piston out far enough. Oh yeah, it's because the pads popped out. Top loading pads is what I want. Don't even need to do any of this nonsense. Come on. Well, I definitely put a good tight tolerance on these at least. In square. Oh! I don't think that caliper goes back anymore. Let's get the old G-clamp on it. Fumble this again. Oh, that means a lot of winding. It did move. RPX racing pads. What's RPX stand for? Come on, we're in the hole.
Are these EBC stickers?
They are.
Do you reckon if we leave them near Louis bench, you'll stick one is there?
Absolutely. Loves a sticker. Go for that. There you are. Marvellous. What is the impact gun fan doing? Right, that's that side. I finished doing the ducting on this as well.
Yeah, so we 3D printed eventually after about 1,000 iterations.
You're a perfectionist, Andrew.
No, it's one that actually went on.
Perfectionist. We love perfectionism. So, these are bad boys that go in there, and I've already done the brake ducts this side. Andrew, you can show them. Show the people.
Just squash it a little bit to get past the wheel.
Yeah, it's the offsets are very high offsets. The wheels, low offset wheels, high offset wheels,
High offset. Yeah.
high offset wheels, and yeah, they come right in. So to get that over, it needs another cable tie actually there, but we'll do that. I'll do that once they're all plugged in and plumbed in. Then I've got to just do the brake duct, same as this on the other side, and then we might be able to stop. Might.
Michael is drilling holes to lightweighting things.
Not lightweighting things. If anything, I'm heavyweighting things for my giant bit of angle. But what I'm trying to do is put the bucket seats in, but I'm just getting a rough position. I have no idea how I want to sit, and you could just sit a bucket seat in there and, you know, it's all over the place. So I'm just making up some mounts so I can put a bucket seat in and get some rough measurements off of that, and then make any adjustments, which I will do, need to, but make whatever adjustments are necessary. I'm doing it the easiest possible way, so I can just bolt in through the top, these bolt down to the bottom, and then the side mounts in. There is actually quite a bit of room either side, because although I am portly round here, I have a small back end, so I can fit into normal size bucket seats. I don't need XL size bucket seats, which is very nice when trying to fit them into cars as small as this. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a baseline, and then we'll see how miserably I fit into it in a minute.
Yeah, so we have, whilst there's a few bits of the S13 left, still on the old bucket seat out of it. I'll probably upgrade it at some point. And this mess down here will become a seat in a minute.
Does it fit? Hopefully it will.
We know that bit fits.
This is true. I do know this bit fits. Did I get it even remotely in the right place? That I don't yet know. I think I'm going to bolt these to the chair first, and then I've taken some of the interior up. I did manage to get the seats to fit with some mounts that I've drilled extra hot bolt holes in, and then ran the other way. Andrew's going to make me a nice set. He's going to draw me up a nice set, and we'll have it laser cut out.
These are temporary for Monday.
Yeah, for Monday, yes. Where we have a track day at Bedford Autodrome.
Hence the light weighting.
Well, yes, lightweight, and also it means that I can access the bolts, because it's incredibly difficult to try and squeeze your hand in places. So now it's just going to be incredibly sharp to put your hand in places.
Yeah, so I think we're just keeping that front bit there, aren't we?
Just
center
that
console.
Just that.
Yeah,
Plain
the back's
matte
kind
panel.
of apart. Might go back in, won't go back in.
Andrew's won't let me fit any harnesses to it.
Because they're rubbish. They are rubbish. They're great at not killing you, but not dying.
I like not dying. That's like top 10 on my list of things to do, not die.
Which is faff required.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. Well, they'll have to go in at some point.
Yeah. And they can. So what else we've done as well, we're halfway through putting the battery in the boot. So we made up this little mount there. It's kind of a temporary thing just for while it's not anything particularly special in the engine bay until we move stuff. Then the cable just runs through, which is really easy to do for a change. Just comes in here at the minute. We're just waiting for a battery, because the standard battery. We want to fit it in here for obviously optimal weight distribution rather than all the way back here. But we need a shorter battery, which we're just waiting for delivery of now, and then we'll get that mounted in the wires shortened. We need anything else back here? Oh yeah, got rid of some sound deadening. Got rid of that bit because the battery needs to go there. Got rid of this bit for the swell pot. That bit will probably go, and this bit will probably go.
You get all the paint that's in there. There is paint in there because the rocker cover was painted in, I don't know what they painted it in, but when I took it off it was covered in paint. But the reason I took the rocker cover off was because of the paint. No, not because of the paint. Although it does give me an opportunity to paint it. But in its standard guise, like that, right, the other way up, like that, apparently, according to the S2000 Owners Club, there's many of them, on track use, so if you've got some grippy tyres, they are fairly grippy tyres on there at the minute, and lots of RPMs, the oil tends to sit inside the baffled part of the head, rocker cover, valve cover, whatever you want to call it, and this then gets sucked through the PCV valve through into the inlet, and then massive cloud of blue smoke, obviously, because it's oil. So in order to combat this, drill some holes in here basically and let some of the oil come back out. It'll still prevent the baffling will still sort of work, because obviously not quite as well, but it'll still work because it's just to stop whip, really. To stop it whipping up into the top. So as long as you drill them in the correct places, which should be able to do, shouldn't have too much detrimental effect, and it will allow the oil to come back out before it gets sucked through the PCV valve and into the inlet. Preventative measures are doing preventative things instead of reactive things. Active things instead of reactive things is what I tried to say there. Hopefully it's worth it, because you've got to drill all the rivets out and then tap all of these holes and then put the bolts back in, 17 bolts and holes, M4s with some Loctite. Bit of a mission, but it's not too bad. So that's what I'm doing now. What have you done, Andrew? Oh, you can't see because I've only got one microphone, because I left a microphone at home last night. I'm sure he can update you on what Andrew's done when we have another microphone.
Taking some interior out and some sound deadening. Just need to route that battery cable properly, and then the seat can go back in. Got the place for the battery. Mike's going to make a mount for that. No, it's not a super duper lightweight one, just went for a simple battery for now. That's about it at the minute.
Stuff does not come clean easily. Howdy.
These the old S13 seats. We swapped them around. The passenger is now the driver and the driver is now the passenger.
Because so worn, haggard, that one. It will be getting new seats at some point, but not yet.
We had these and they were available.
They were there.
It's alright to be there.
Yeah, I haven't actually sat in this side yet.
I mean, they're no pole positions, but or SPGs or whatever.
I like the new Sparko seats. I can't remember what they're called now. They look good. Yep. Feels like I'm in peril already.
Just roomy without the trim.
It is quite a bit roomy without the trim. I'm glad I put this back in though. Got an elbow smasher. Right then, that's that.
Did you remember to put a seatbelt buckle on?
I did.
Yes, I can see it.
I did. The seatbelt buckle was in. Did you bolt it back in down there?
No.
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 For fuck's sake, Andrew.
What? How's that my job?
Because you unbolted it.
You screwed in, didn't it?
Yeah, but you can't get a gun in now because I've just mounted the seat in there.
I have to use a torque wrench instead then. Spanner will fit.
Right, isn't it? It's pretty much there. Let's go put the rocker cover back on once it's finished crackling. It's got to be crackle red.
I don't think it's even started to crackle yet.
No, I only just painted it. Finest crackle red aerosol. Huh?
The runs show up more on camera than they do in real life. Hopefully the crackle and the matte effect will,
I think it says on there you have to have a very thick coat for it to crackle. So I was like,
doing it.
Just send it. Crackle cover over the runs. Right, yeah, so I need to bolt this back in. Where's it even bolt? It's right down there. It's a royal pain in the arse, Andrew. It's not that easy. It looks easy, but it isn't. Got to fumble around. You put a power cable in the way as well. Let's come up with another bracket. 3D print something else.
That'll be right with a spanner. Give me here, I'll do it for you.
It goes that way around.
It's got its fancy new...
Fancy painted rocker cover.
Fancy painted.
In Honda red. And it's ready to go. I can't even remember everything that we've done now. It's still basically a stock car, but it isn't.
Yeah, I'll just start. So
it's a stock car still. We haven't done anything.
It was brake ducts, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Brake ducts, exhaust. Brake ducts meant taking off the secondary air pump and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So that's gone. Battery is in the boot.
Because we were going to put a swell pot in it, but that hasn't turned up.
Yeah, so that hadn't happened. The interior fell out.
Interior fell out because I got annoyed with it.
Tyres, front discs, front pads. Yeah, I think that was it. Feels like more work, doesn't it?
Yeah. Interiors. Taking the interior out was quite a big job, really. Well, not really, but
yeah, it was a little bracket.
It's bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Cable,
just taking all the stuff off properly without. How is that not a 17 or a 16? Or unless the 17's in the wrong place. The 17 was in the wrong hole. It was in the 18 hole. Of course it was. Where's the 18 gone? Lost to the world of degenerates. Right, clip those hoses on. And that's it, I think. That's everything that we have parts for, because we don't have the coilovers yet.
No coilovers, no swell.
No coilovers, no big brake kit. No, all these things are not just off-the-shelf items. They're made to spec, made to order, just like our manifolds usually. Actually, no, we've got loads on stock now.
Never the right one, but there are loads.
There are some. But we sell out of the popular ones instantly anyway. Okay, that's it. Well, the next thing to do is see how it performs at the track. My weather app still says it's going to be dry on Monday, which is good. But everyone else says it's going to be wet, which is bad.
Good.
So we'll have to see how we get on. I hope it's dry. These tyres are not good cold. So.